Thank you. Good evening, all. The journey, I think, was to reflect back on my regular travel back home, deep nestled in the Western Ghats. And I thought it's important to reflect on that aspect of it, because that's what molded me today as a creative professional. Next, please. Connection with nature. So every time you're in the Western Ghats, you spend a lot of time in everyday life with nature. It's part of everyday life, which is intertwined with Mother Nature. It's environmental friendly behavior. It actually pushed the idea of biophilia in me. The weather conditions are part of daily life. There's no constant here. It's always dynamic, ever changing. You need to be prepared. You need to be adaptive. It makes you resilient. The activity patterns and the idea of threshold become continuous here. It's ever changing. That's the beauty of this area. The sacred, or if you look at the dialogue between the built environment, it's always been this dramatic exchange of ideas with the built environment. The idea of how the human connects with the spatial condition. It's the inside out which brings you tighter to the built form of this place. The sacred, it's always related to something pure. It's a sense of calm in these places. There's a very powerful sense of associative memory and collective memory. The idea of ritual and the rootedness become fundamental to the way daily life is conducted in this area. Tranquil, it establishes a sense of calm and restfulness. It lends you to contemplation. As creative people, I think that's the big driver here. It reinforces the idea of pause and the enhanced idea of well-being. The idea of the spirit of the place, the identity kind of gets reinforced in this environment. The region and culture, this is all about the environment. It's about the sensibility towards the environment. Ritual and processes become part of daily life. It is seasonal. It kind of reinforces the idea of the associative value and memory. It reinforces collective memory. The faith, it reflects this intimate connect with nature at an individual level and sets the beliefs based on convictions. It's completely intertwined daily life and reinforces the idea of being in complete immersion. There is a sense of continuity here, season after season, time after time. This is about anticipation. The excitement of the unknown. It's a surge of expectation and the awaiting of the unexpected. The anticipation here informs creativity. You look at the people here, they're waiting for the bus to come in. Everyday life is about that. There's some news going to come today. So that's how they lead life. In conversation, meaningful discussions, clarity of thought and exchange of ideas inspire creativity. Innovation and engagement, dialogues lead to new ideas and shapes behaviors and beliefs. And that's all about great conversation. Introspection. The journey here is one within. Visions become clear. Knowing oneself is the beginning of any creative pursuit. Here you'll notice the reflection of two different things. There's completely immersed in that thought processes. There's an idea of ponder which this leads into. Share and coexist. Most of this area is about that. You're neutral to everything. You share, there's water, there is the built environment, there is life around us. So the idea of share and coexist becomes so critical to part of the creative pursuit. Art and craft. Art and craft, I think, become fundamental to any place we are based out of. Respecting and adapting the local art and craft is the biggest offering we as creative people can offer. It is about continuity. It's about the art and craft of the region. Trade and barter. Daily life here is about trade and barter. It is about how you negotiate. Market would come to you. You would mutually respect, and the other trades. It's about how sharing happens. You can look at this picture. You can see this whole threefold dialogue which is continuously happening. It's completely engaging. Pondering and looking ahead. This, I feel, is about the future vision. It's a measure of the past, present, and the future. You'll look at the picture here and you'll notice all of these three getting simultaneously connected. It's always, in a way, you look at a new perspective. It's a different perspective which you are pursuing. Dialogue. Dialogue is the essence of good conversation. It's about sharing thoughts, expressing and sharing ideas. It's the philosophical point of view. It's the reflection, and it stimulates creativity. There's unending aspect of communication between people. This is ideate. It's developing and sharing a new idea. It's how image and you re-image shared thoughts, ideas, and opinions. It's conversation, and it has this great ability to convert and connect experiences to synthesize new vision. There's a point of view. It taught me to appreciate a point of view. You never really understand a person until you consider things from the other point of view. We begin to learn wisely, and design is a point of view. And it reinforces in this entire lifestyle which comes in on daily life. Joy of learning. Exploring enough conditions and methods in which you can learn, acquiring new skills. This is a lifelong process and never stops. Creating a creative and logical individual takes birth here. So you can see the joy of everybody getting involved in this daily act of learning. Crossroads. Finally, every journey has a crossroad. It makes you ponder and reflect, leads you to making an informed choice. This informed choice is the measure or the balance of what you look at in life. It is about continuum. It is about continuity, what you're looking at this crossroad. The journey, finally, is the reward. And I feel that with this whole aspect of intertwining of a singular place molds you as a better person, as a better creative person, and as a reinforced individual. Thank you.